I feel really sad. He teaches me lots of skills and knowledge. I feel like a birthday candle that just got lit. I can feel it. I don't feel like saying who I was with or how I got there yet. I realize I currently feel more like a limp than a fly, and it's fine that I'm taking a bit of time to tend my dented wings before I soar again. I feel disheveled and exhausted but accomplished as well. I feel sure that would feel lost without them. I feel if I were unable to work with wood or clay weaved I knit or sew. I feel increasingly Ghanaian. I feel more Ghanaian. Kevin Prince admits ST summary. Controversial Black Stars midfielder Kevin Prince Boateng says he remains committed to Ghana and has no regrets choosing the country over Germany. I feel more Ghanaian. Kevin Prince admits rel alternate type application RSS XML. Subscribe to comments. Post a comment. I feel more Ghanaian. Kevin Prince admits rel bookmark permalink ref http www. I feel more Ghanaian. Kevin Prince admits source www. I feel more Ghanaian. Kevin Prince admits. I feel more Ghanaian. Kevin Prince admits. I feel more Ghanaian. Kevin Prince admits a class sticker link ref http www. I remember waiting for the countdown and the teasers. It feels like yesterday. March 26, 2014 ref http trend.ip. I feel like it was yesterday. 2 years of boyfriend. March 26, 2014 ref http trend.ip. I remember waiting for the countdown and the teasers. It feels like yesterday when it's been 2 years of boyfriend. I remember waiting for the countdown and the teasers. It feels like yesterday. I remember waiting for the countdown and the teasers. It feels like yesterday. I remember waiting for the countdown and the teasers. It feels like yesterday. IMG width 250, height 250, class Lign center src http trend.ip. I feel like it was yesterday. A ref https Twitter. I feel like it was yesterday. 2 years of boyfriend. Can 39T believe it? 39 has been 2 years. I feel like it was yesterday. 2 years of boyfriend. src http trend.ip. I feel like it was yesterday. 2 years of boyfriend. 3. I feel like it was yesterday. 2 years of boyfriend. 2014 03 26 T 07 49 47 000 ref http trend.ip. I feel like it was yesterday. 2 years of boyfriend. A class role fnn ref http trend.ip. I'm feeling a little better overall about the process. I always feel like I need a nap. I'm not sure that I believe in reincarnation, but the way that Rose describes this in the book makes it feel like it could be real, and you all know how much I love magical realism. I feel compelled to share. I needed to learn to get a feel for the place and time I was writing about. I feel my life is a never-ending quest for beautiful things. I have made you feel offended. I've had it a few weeks now and have experimented with it and feel confident that I'm able to give step-by-step instructions that may help you get started enjoying this unit. I feel like if I were to put on a beautiful dress like these girls and beautiful hair like them, I would stand out for the wrong reasons and people would laugh at me. I was feeling ill. It was great at giving me a little bit of extra pep and always lead to an amazing night's sleep. I have a feeling I picked the wrong winner on that one, which is probably proven by the time this posts. I picked Louisville over Kentucky, and it doesn't matter cause the team I picked to emerge triumphant from that particular bracket went PHFFFFFFFFFT already. I heard, I saw, I feel, I think. I'm feeling. I can feel the changes happening and I am so full of joy. I feel certain that my mission will not come to an end upon my death but will begin. I feel like I am in a safe place. I don't like playing that character personally, and I didn't like feeling like that either. I don't think that Dean sits in his bed and psychoanalyzes himself too much. I think he just kind of goes with his gut feeling, and whatever the reason, he is not too concerned about it. He just knows that that is what he feels is the right thing to do, so he does it. I don't know whether he feels like he needs to keep him alive or protect him out of guilt, whether he sort of protects him because of a fear of loneliness. I don't know. I feel this is how Dean feels about the possession, like Sam is just missing how Dean feels, like they just have different opinions, and not that there is some sort of standard wherein your thoughts have to bow to the rights of others, that violating someone is wrong. I think this is so incredibly fascinating because I feel like that is exactly what Dean Winchester thinks about the situation. I am not feeling well, but is my illness newsworthy? I'm not feeling well, says Didymus Mutasa as he returns from India. I've lost 2 friends, one to depression and the other to illness. 239 people on a plane. I don't know anyone on it, but I feel down anyways. It's an aging thing, I think, and I've to deal with a crazy heartbreaking news too close to my heart. I can feel the buzz of my phone in my shorts. I have a feelings. Irie is a word in Jamaican patois that can mean 1, powerful and pleasing, 2, excellent, highest, and 3, the state of feeling great. I tend to shun the touchy-feely stuff. I have a feeling when sale season kicks. I am the devotee and I praise the only law which moves and motivates all feelings inside my heart. I feel just as I can't whine while moving until kingdom come. I'm feeling brave, so I'll say that their execution was one of the most noteworthy quality moves I have ever seen on hitting the dance floor with the stars. I feel it. I'm just really more comfortable with old credit cards because I feel like they can scrape off the polish better. I feel so good. I feel better already. I love the feeling of those chic style. I took the most immense pleasure in running in circles, feeling the warm damp earth under my feet, and I said thank you to life and to Danielle for such a conscious flash of pure joy. I want to leave behind a legacy through the photos I took to express how I feel and what I saw through the lens of a camera. I think one of the worst feelings coming out of these experiences is like losing a piece of yourself. I'm afraid so. Do feel free to scroll through and just admire my pom-poms if you're short on time. I write when I'm angry and feel I must right a wrong. I feel sadness too, and I find I can write my tears away. I feel trained to only share with people who I know would in turn share with me. I can have an entire day where I didn't sell a single policy and feel pretty satisfied, and at the same time know that it only takes 1 or 2 good sales to get that 1,000 paycheck for the week. I've been out on my own for a handful of weeks, and honestly for a little while I was feeling a bit of self-doubt. I doesn't wanna accept it. The more the sucky I am gonna feel, so suck it up. I've been feeling really damn sucky, but what else can I still do? I also feel that after taking up night job I have lesser time to spend with my GIRLF friends, which is something I doesn't wish for. I am just unsure of my own feelings. I was feeling really bad, my stomach started cramping and I could not understand. I think being creative is such a wonderful thing to heal, de-stress, inspire, encourage, having fun, trying out new things, getting a new perspective, just letting go, getting caught in the flow, and really create something uniquely that carries your own personal message and feelings. I just feel like saying, in case you find this UI right, in a lot offending. I could feel the roots sprout from my feet and bind us here. I am feeling extraordinarily unsettled. Ref HTTP, would you believe it? I have a feeling we X27 Ray being followed. I have a feeling we're being followed. I can say is that I have a feeling of being robbed of watching a great batsman show his skills on the international stage. I've ever zoned for Mary. It probably has as much to do with the feeling that I've embraced my favorite design sensibility as it does with finally seeing a finished project fully realized in beautiful photographs. I have them at a resolution that if you would like to download for personal use, feel free. I put my loving trust in you and ask that you bring forth a message that you feel will serve our highest good most appropriately at this time. I feel as if it has been months, yet in actual fact it is only about 5 weeks since we last communicated. I intend a long piece examining post-mafia capitalist gangsterism and my feelings about drug trafficking in the international shadow. I feel I have 3 mothers. I feel nervous, self-conscious as she stands there looking around. I feel totally drained. I feel a series coming on. I am feeling extraordinarily unsettled. Ref HTTP, would you believe it? I believe every home needs something handmade to feel cozy and warm. I hope you can feel when I rub my tummy, and I hope you can hear when I tell you how much I love you. I love having you grow in my tummy. I love all your precious movements that feel like you are saying hello, mommy. I says I feel sad about what happened, but no guilt. I don't, she said, and ran her hand to feel every inch of his face. I really feel tired. I hate the way it makes me feel. My skin gets dry, my nose feels stuffed, and my mouth feels like the carpet fitters have been in. I fall asleep wondering what makes me feel more comfortable doing it aside from my fiancé's convincing words, I'm here for you. I really feel like Colin is starting to come back to earth. I feel like the evening fussies are my equivalent of PMS, namely large outpourings of emotion mixed with a little rage and totally beyond reason or consolation. I feel like I am going to explode and burn into ashes. I know why I feel like an idiot all this time. I hope that you will enjoy my contribution and feel free to make any comments or post your own top 10s in my comments section. I am today, but I really do feel that these books made me understand girls more. I feel about that. I feel like Buddy Holly Mike Bet theme from Caravans. PS. Mike Bet is Vandog Jerick 65. I share what I learn and I learn what I share. Please feel free to also share either here or at Facebook. I know when I walk and I don't feel it jiggling as much. Hey. I know how most of us girls usually have our struggles with being heavy bottom. Trust me, I know exactly how it feels, as I myself have been struggling with such issues as well. I was really hurt on Friday that my friends either weren't interested or just thought I was giving up on life, and I am still feeling the sting a little. I totally agree with their theories and come away from the courses feeling enlightened, empowered, and more importantly peaceful. I felt like the cast were actually aiming their lines at me. I think I actually physically looked around the room to see if anyone else could hear, feel, experience what I was. I am also the first to burst into tears, much to people's dismay, leaving them feeling uncomfortable and confused. I am extremely miserable, but my character is made up in a way that when I explain things it is always humorous, subsequently belittling the stress I am feeling, misleading people to think that I am really okay. I hope you are feeling fit and well. I'm feeling kinda tired today, but hoping to feel rejuvenated soon. Diamond has a nice voice. I've not heard him before. I have a strong feeling that I will become even stronger in future time. I can truly understand what is the feeling when money's chasing over me. But I couldn't help but wonder why she took such a long time to open her eyes and wake up to her true feelings for him. I started yoga practice, and feeling my life being so enriched by it, I felt a need to use my resources to help others. I have to admit, at this point I was feeling a little skeptical and guarded. Not that I didn't believe him, but I didn't want to get my hopes up too soon, knowing how much of the decision was out of our hands. I'm not always equally inspired, but I always leave a studio session feeling lighter and happier. I'm still in the sketching and modeling stage, trying to figure out how the story will look and feel. I have a big black Sea-Watt of Brighton sketchbook that I'm filling with thumbnails and character sketches. I feel like I need to hibernate. I feel fine. By The Beatles, one option value HTTP, mix musics. I have to remember that I am still recovering, so I shouldn't be beating myself up for feeling tired and not wanting to do anything. I feel I am slowly getting back to normal. I can still feel it, but I don't think I've had any pain in it for at least a week. I think feeling is slowly creeping across my chin. I am feeling a lot better. I did feel this needle. I didn't feel the needle, but I did feel him pinch my lip with the tweezers. I wanted my boys to feel what it was like to be among people that really care and want to make a difference, no matter the hardships or the seeming futility of it all. I know, right? Very easy for me to feel happy and contented. Lol. I feel it is important that people help each other out, so I want to do that as much as possible. I feel this release is a result of the tunes I've made before, lots of different subgenres, minimal techno, but also the ambient side of things too. I wanted to give it an outdoorsy feel, but the names I came up for that didn't really work. I still see a ULDNT shake the scary feeling. I woke Jeff up and told him what I was feeling. I started to have a really bad feeling. I very much enjoyed not feeling any more pain. I Feel Fine by The Beatles. One option value HTTP, mix musics. I almost feel like this meme is a joke out to provoke the easily provocable. I am not feel shit. I always feel it in my stomach, not my head, and coming downstairs to breakfast to find fish and raw eggs waiting for me. Wasn't going to happen. I totally feel stupid and awkward. I feel a knot in my throat as my adrenaline kicks in. I feel like I passed out pretty quickly, knowing that nothing worse could happen and that once they started making pillow talk, I bought it there. Why wouldn't I find some that's at least local or organic or something healthy and environmentally friendly? But at any rate, this feels like a bit of a compromise on my part. I feel like I've worked on quite a bit and I do alright by American standards. I am feeling so blessed. I love it because I feels light in texture and hair comes out not feeling heavy, if you know what I mean. I can just feel the nourishment in my hair after a few days, and I love that the product doesn't feel heavy. I also feel my ends are noticeably softer to the touch as soon as it's in. I feel so bad for him. Ref HTTP, Leah Library. I think it is important that people don't feel alone. I feel your feelings. I think what I feel and what I am. I'm in my plumber mood where I just want to do it myself and see how it goes, so that if it works I can feel the satisfaction of creating something with my two hands. I Feel Fine by The Beatles. One option value HTTP, mix musics. I am sure that the first warm spring day will feel like a little piece of heaven. I feel that we hardly talked as hubby and I were busy eating. I have one day a week where I feel completely exhausted, but fortunately it's only one day. I still feel great. I shouldn't feel this way, not today. I curled my legs up into the seat with me and wrapped my arms around them tightly. I do not recommend doing that. It will not serve a purpose and will make you look silly, but feel free to take a selfie and send it my way if you do. I feel about being back at school after what should have felt like a fairly long spring break. I take my eyes off him and then I am grumpy and tired and I don't feel much like an overcomer. I can find for that feeling. I think doing anything that requires you to push yourself to keep going even when you feel uncomfortable is a good illustration. I am done. I feel happy. I am able to feel joy on a daily basis. I feel sad. I realized there were a lot of times where I would sit there feeling sorry for myself and ask God, why me? I have a feeling it's going to be a fun and wild ride. I have looked out for something to match this 1950s feeling. I see, realize, understand that thoughts, feelings, emotions that replay within my mind reveal to me where I have in fact abdicated my practical living self-responsibility. I see, realize, and understand how the thought, feeling, and emotions that replay within my mind are reflecting to me the point of self-responsibility I require to enact for myself. I see, realize, and understand the practical living assistance and support in self-forgiving myself the thoughts, feelings, emotions that replay within my mind. I forgive myself for accepting and allowing myself for carrying dead weight around within and as the justification that it is necessary to hold on to thoughts, feelings, emotions about the past as specific memories that play out within my mind over and over again. I forgive myself for accepting and allowing myself for carrying around dead weight as like the baggage of my previous day's thoughts, feelings, emotions as like unresolved points of energetic or https, a cave. I even took on a position in lodge to help and in some demented way feel needed. I don't want to feel like my days are passing with no meaning. I feel there is a huge difference in the sewing experience of the contestants. I feel fine by the Beatles' one option value http mix musics. I gave it that name is because I wanted people to feel like they just got off work on Friday to start their weekend. I just wanted to get a feel for the music as a whole. I overstock my kitchen with supplies for a few reasons, the most prevalent to this discussion being that I feel very guilty if I have to throw anything away at the end of the week. Therefore, I am constantly making healthy meals to use up all my produce. I know this feeling very well and have trained my body to change these habits due to my early morning late night schedule. I do percolate naturally over time rather than feeling it all demands an immediate response. I really feel like I am you with me guy. I feel my confidence sincerely you. I can feel the spite of the distance that are reality. I am still feeling blah. I feel like a dry desert luckily receiving rain. I feel the urge to push but they told me to wait. I didn't feel any pain or strong contractions, so we had dinner at KFC with hubby and son and had our grocery and went home. I see exercise as a marathon, not a sprint, so if I feel sick or exhausted I skip workouts but I start again once I feel better. I want to feel light, springy and airy. I feel God has led me in this life. I feel fine by the Beatles' one option value http mix musics. I feel very honored to have been selected. I feel so much gratitude to have it back and working. Maybe there was a lesson in all this. I'm seriously feeling it. I had a few days of feeling pretty down. I fight to feel normal. I definitely was feeling the love for me and my family. I feel so blessed by all the friends, family, and even strangers who helped by showing up, helping out, and donating. I feel the same way when Scorsese puts out a new movie or Zadie Smith writes a new novel or there's a new episode of something on TV. Breaking Bad was the last one that makes me realize that creative genius is a valid notion for a select few. I finally was feeling her move and I felt like I was all out of energy. I feel like I needed to hear it and visualize her movement so I could have something to focus on. I couldn't feel her moving down like how I remembered Zeke moving down during labor. I could feel another contraction coming soon. I didn't feel like I could handle the labor picking up any faster, so I told her I'd wait until about 8 or 8:30. It was about 7:20-ish right then. I was still feeling the effects of labor on my body. I am tired of how sick I feel most of the time of FHTTP, decultory of love. I will say that when all the goofiness works as advertised and you hear nothing but your breathing and the tires working the trail a single speed can give you a certain feeling that makes all those issues go away. I will sell the pair for face value, but often we will simply give the tickets away to someone who we feel is deserving and who probably can't afford the tickets. I feel that I am entitled to my tickets because of the large number of unpaid hours that I dedicate to the playing community year-round. I like human beings too, don't get me wrong, but I feel privileged when a nature being ill. I feel like I did just sculled a whole bottle of vodka. I started to feel guilty about 3/4 of the way through the first glass of wine. I'm sure somewhere it must even feel like spring. I feel asleep on the way up to New Holstein. I'm feeling lucky tricks. I'm feeling has been happening to people my age for. I'm in that place in life where I think my feels and emotions are the most unique thing that has ever descended upon the earth. I fought a spacey feeling all day yesterday and a tickle in my throat. I think too deeply and feel even more so. I had let go and feel normal again. I feel on you FHTTP, love Micah forever. I turn away ULL, feel bolder. I probably don't need to explain how that made and still makes me feel the woman in question, Kathleen, pronounced Cataline by the Marshallies, was the mother of 2 of my students and the aunt of about 9 others. I feel a little uncomfortable doing this, but I've realized that 3 blogs are too many and stop me from blogging regularly. I feel like it HARDL. I'm proud of that service and I feel a little prouder today. I've been feeling lazy and just want to curl up in my recliner with a blanket and a laptop and work on my websites. I was going to start working out this week, but I just don't feel like it. I do feel sorry about Amy for not surviving to see how she had turned the history and the future around. I feel like I feel it is a great way to communicate my thoughts and trials. I feel like I am in the worst condition of my life. I feel like I have failed myself. I have such mixed feelings about this. I feel right now 2 months ago. I now feel like I was made to be the brunt of a joke. I have a feeling it will be well done and leave readers wanting more. I also like where my life is now generally and don't feel like called to give anything up. I am feeling after this. I did not feel safe walking in the dark since being mugged a couple years ago, but I felt very safe in Singapore. I can feel the waves of murderous hatred oozing from his pores. I feel trying new genres, methods, etc. is a good way to challenge yourself and keep it fresh. I can feel the pizza I ate for lunch fighting for its freedom. I would love to go down to 150. It feels like a good number. I'm starting to notice this because my weight went back up a few pounds and I feel like my stomach expanded a little bit. I feel like I say that at every stage, but it is still true. I am tired of how sick I feel most of the time of http decultory of love. I was feeling down. I feel it will take a lifetime. I feel to someone whom I know has experienced the same heart-wrenching loss of a child. I retrospect, I feel grateful to the fears I had. I don't know how I feel about it being used as a tool for cancer awareness, but I think it is a good thing for everyone to try. I don't know how I feel about the no makeup selfie trend, cancer awareness scam, or beautiful reality check. I feel like a motherless child, a repeat but a good one. I feel the need to make an excuse and defend myself. I feel like a motherless child, a repeat. I would feel one wrong move and who knows what would happen. I know and understand very much how does this feel, but I just hope both of them understand that they are important to me and I just can't just ignore another for one. I know I am annoying, but what I was trying to do is just to make peace between two person. If one is unable to be stable enough to meet the other, I will have to make sure that they don't meet till they feel better. I don't want to feel trapped in one. I want peace, and yes, I just hope for peace. I was starting to feel a little chilled. I feel like I prefer the movie more than the book. I feel bad. I was feeling down today, and when I feel down at 39, I'm more susceptible to being tempted. I feel fat and old, bad boy believer. I married to a man who makes me feel unwanted. I like how it stays to the side on the issue, feeling sorrow for men who will die in the war. I have a feeling it appears on the lists of many others. I visit this place, I feel optimism for the birds. I feel capable of peace. I think the author really communicated how adoptees feel and how they desire to be loved by someone again. I love my life. After all this time, I still feel so lucky that I can share this incredible adventure with people from far and wide. I can still feel the support of my family and friends back home. I want to have an arsenal of ideas and strategies to use when I start to feel down, and so I am creating a list. I am happy, but some days my mind tends to stay in that negative space longer than I would like or feel is reasonable, and it agitates me. I was feeling stressed in my mind. WOULDNT shut off. I never leave a practice wishing I wasn't either, or wishing I was someplace else, and I leave feeling good. I think that writing this made me feel one better. I wish I could just sleep for a solid week and not have any feelings for a while. I feel stupid for feeling like this. I feel like I am dying of grief and loneliness and sorrow, and I can't imagine ever feeling good again. I will probably feel like myself again. I keep telling myself I'll feel better eventually, as I do whenever I get depressed. I keep feeling like I'm missing inside jokes. I don't feel excitement with butterflies in my stomach, but I feel a peace and good feeling of warmth. I think the kids feel my acceptance of their behavior and understand my love. I feel more comfortable on the bike, and most importantly I feel much more efficient, and my sector times on training routes bear this out. I haven't been following developments very closely. I feel that my position makes it appropriate to give my view on this matter. I write here strikes your fancy. Do feel free to email me at emberphoto@hotmail. I did believe they did at this time can do a lot, but they can't stop brain damage or ameliorate the feelings of horror that people your insurance is paying a fortune to are allowing you to be damaged in such a way. I feel that I must finally write about the experience, and do so by naming the facility and counselor I first wrote of in a ref. http bad recovery. I am next to you. I feel like I'm in heaven, so I pray that I be with you forever in heaven. I don't think this is a great album, but it has plenty of good songs and an overall decent feel. The standout here is of course Running to the Edge of the World. I feel everything. I know almost for a fact that there will still be days when I am stricken by a grief that feels extra heavy on my bones. I had to learn and continue to learn, and I'm not even sure I'll never have to take the test again. But right now it feels as though I just passed a class I'd repeatedly failed. I no longer shrug and say meh or feel as though it's a loaded question that they don't really want me to answer. I feel asleep around 10 p.m. and woke up 2 hours later completely uncomfortable. I'm feeling it. I like to feel pretty, just like I'm sure every other girl does. I was feeling a lack of testosterone in my group of friends and needed my fix. I loved reading when I was a teenager. I feel like the older I get, the more dumb I've become. I feel like you should be able to indulge in a treat once and a while, and unless there are major health concerns involved, there are better things to do with your time than worrying about cleanses and protein bars. I remember feeling so sorry for myself that I didn't put more effort into my appearance in JR. I really blog these days, and I'm feeling inspired this morning as you graciously sleep in and spare me the time to collect my thoughts. I actually feel rested. I scribble my thoughts, my experiences, and my feelings. I don't care what girl doesn't want to feel attractive and confident. I refuse to hang out in sweats and oversized t-shirts, cause that just makes me feel gross, sloppy, and unattractive. I do not feel attractive in them. I feel like it looks like I got implants or something. I feel huge other days not at all. I thought I was popping a few weeks ago, but there is still not all that much of a bump, although I feel like it varies day to day, even hour to hour, and depends on how much I have just eaten, how she is laying, and what I am wearing. I love getting to share these moments with Dean, who has now also been able to see and feel our future daughter. The other night we just sat together on the couch for several minutes and watched and felt her move around. I love feeling her move around, although I prefer it when she doesn't kick me right in the bladder, just a weird sensation. I feel her throwing little punches and kicks all the time now. I feel on you ref. http love Micah forever. I feel on you Angle, teach me how to get it right, tell me why TV. I feel on you. I'm feeling lucky, radio station assembled based on your recent listening. I'm Feeling Lucky radio station, which will be an assembly of songs based on users' listening habit.